Now we're going to add an element of time to this. First thing we're going to do is add a timer. So this is going to provide us with a countdown for entering the code for a letter. We're also going to need a label to display our countdown. So we'll call that label countdown. And we're going to need one more button to turn the timer on and off. Let's see. And we want to get it what I found sometimes, it's easier to put it in the middle somewhere and then rearrange things around it. And this is going to be our start-stop button. Let's move some space. So we're going to need two more global variables. One is going to be our countdown, and the other is going to be our time limit. So what we set the countdown to start at. And we're going to start this at 5. Okay. Now, our timer, we want it to fire every second to count down the seconds. So we select timer in design, and its interval is going to be 1 second, and it's going to loop. So every time it fires, it restarts waiting until the next second and then keeps firing every second. That's what that loop means. So when timer 1 fires, it's going to be pretty simple. If our countdown is greater than 1, then we're going to subtract 1 from our countdown. Because we still have more time left. So we're going to change that by -1. Otherwise, we're done. So we're going to show the next letter. We've run out of time on this letter. And we need to make some adjustments to show letter. Right? So every time we show letter, we want to do a few things. We're going to start by turning the timer off. So it'll stop first while we're making these changes. We're going to reset the countdown. To our time limit. We'll update our countdown label to be our countdown, and then we'll turn the timer back on. Now, down here in my timer, every time I change the countdown, I also want to update my countdown label. Okay, so the only thing left is to start and stop. So let's put that right here. So when the user hits the start stop button, first thing I'm going to do is check and see if I'm supposed to start or stop. So if the text of that button is equal to start, then I'm supposed to start. If the text of that button is equal to stop, I'm supposed to stop. So we'll check for start. Change it. If it's start, we'll change it to stop, and we will turn on the timer. If it's stop, so it's not start, we'll change it back to start, and we'll turn off the timer. So let's see how that looks. All right, and let's see what happens when we let the timer expire. Okay,